Hello learners, this is Habiba with Excel with me. If you liked the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. In this class, that is Pedagogy of Social Sciences, with the topic School Curriculum and Resources in Social Sciences with the subtopic Dale's Cone of Experience, with all the terms and understanding about the different areas, that is using the how the cone is used and what are the teaching aids and digital resources, we will understand one by one. But in this class we are going to touch Edgar Dale's Cone of Experience thoroughly. We will understand. Let's start with the introduction. Edgar Dale's Cone of Experience refers to a model used in the analysis of various theories relating to learning methods and instructional design. This is very important. What should be the method to make the learner understand? That is very important. So through this Edgar Dale's Cone of Experience, we can analyze how children learn from lowest level to the highest order, that is from abstraction, lowest level of abstraction to highest level of abstraction, and then they will lead to the balance between abstraction and concrete. The cone of experience was developed by Edgar Dale. Obviously, Dale's theory stemmed from the proposition that learners retain more information when they do rather than what they hear, read or observe. Obviously, even adults also, when we hear something, we will remember for a while. If we see also for a little bit longer period, but if we do the same thing, we will remember for so much longer period, or maybe sometimes forever also. That is, learning by doing is very important. Dale's Cone of Experience is a visual model that is composed of 11 stages, starting from concrete experiences at the bottom of the cone. Then it becomes more and more abstract as it reaches the peak of the cone here. Like this cone, all the stages in the bottom, that is concrete level, lowest abstraction will be there, and then it will lead to the highest abstraction. We will see the image later on in the slides, then we will understand clearly. Also, according to Dale, the arrangement in the cone is not based on its difficulty, but rather based on abstraction. First of all, let's understand what is concrete and what is abstract. Concrete is the things we can see, touch and all. But abstraction, that is the things which we cannot see but we can experience through our emotions and feelings together. And then on the number of senses involved, that doesn't mean that only through the senses everything will be learnt, but both are very important. The experiences in each stage can be mixed and are interrelated, that foster more meaningful learning. Obviously, by seeing and also thinking about that, abstracting all the experiences, taking thoroughly, with more meaningful learning will happen here. Then, according to one of the principles in the selection and use of teaching strategies, when the more senses are involved in learning, more better learning we will say, but it's not actually. It means that concrete experience is the only effective experience that educators should use in transferring knowledge to the learners. Concrete experience is important. It doesn't mean only through senses they will learn, but both are very important. The experiences in each stages can be mixed and are interrelated. Thus, a balance must be achieved between concrete and abstract. What they see and what they think, both together should be there. Both the concrete experiences and abstract experiences, balance should be there between that, so that the learner can understand in all domains. What are the domains? Let's understand here. The cognitive domains, that is thinking skills; affective, that is the feelings; and the psychomotor, that is the using hands and all those things, psychomotor. All these things should coordinate with each other so that holistic development of the learner can be possible. We should try to go deeper in each of the component of the cone, since educational technology basically revolves around the cone of experience. So we should understand each and every component of the cone. So Why? Because all the technology is involved in that. We will understand by going one by one, starting from concrete to abstract. We will understand more the different components of the cone that will help us in grasping the real meaning of education technology. Let's see the image over here. Edgar Dale's cone of experience. Low is the concrete, that is direct purposeful experiences will be there here, and then contrived experiences, and then dramatized experiences and demonstrations, field trips, exhibitions, motion pictures, audio recording photos, pictures, visual symbols, and lastly text or verbal symbols. So highest abstraction, that will be only for a while. Memory will be for only for a while. When we come from up to the down, then the experience will be purposeful. So what are here? First, in the lowest, what happens here? Information will be there, and then cognitive, that is thinking skills are there, and then motor skills and attitudes will be added, and then low concrete, that is purposeful experiences, all the mixing of that cognitive skills, affective skills, psychomotor skills together. Longer memory will be there for in learning. So let's understand one by one all the steps here. Let's start with direct purposeful experiences. What happens here? First hand experiences which serve as the foundation of learning. First hand experiences in the sense, what senses are used in order to build up the knowledge, by seeing, hearing and things and all. The learner learn by doing things by himself here. Then learning happens through actual hands-on experience in this direct purposeful experiences. Then above that is contrived experiences, which representative models and mock-ups of reality are being used in order to provide an experience that as close as reality. Then it is very practical, and it makes learning experience more accessible to the learner. It provides more concrete experiences, even if not as concrete as direct experience, that allows visualization, that fosters between understanding of the concept. So in the purposeful experiences, direct purposeful experience happens there. Here mock-ups of reality will be there, the models will represent. So the experience will be close as a reality. It is practical and more accessible to the learners. It provides more concrete experiences here, that is more not as direct experiences, but allows visualizations so that they will understand the concepts very well. Then dramatized experiences, learners can participate in a reconstructed experiences that could give them better understanding of the event or of a concept through dramatized experiences. In social sciences, we take up this dramatization so that they will understand the anecdotes very well, or past history, whatever they want the concept to be understood by the learners thoroughly. Then this dramatization is very important. Learners become more familiar with the concept as they immerse themselves to the as if situation. So for example, if they conduct any mock parliament in the classroom, they understand what happens in the actual parliament. If it is like this, what will happen? They will understand the critical thinking also through this dramatization experiences. So this again, next one is demonstrations, a visual explanation of important fact, idea or process through the use of pictures, drawings, film and other types of media in order to facilitate clear and effective learning. Things are shown based on how they are done. What happens in the lowest abstract? They are understanding through their experiences, learning by doing. Here what happens? Senses are involved now when we reach to the higher abstraction. Here what happens? Senses, that is drawing, using our all the senses, maybe through seeing or writing hands on, and then seeing the pictures, films and all. So visualization happens here, visual explanation. Then study trips extends the learning experience through excursions and visits on the different places that are not available inside the classroom. They will go personally, and all the senses are used here to learn some learning experience. This learning experience will not be limited to the classroom setting, but rather extended in a more complex environment through study trips. They go outside, maybe to the monuments or any other areas. Study trips are conducted here. Then exhibits, a combination of some of the first levels in the cone. Exhibits are combination of several mock-ups and models. Continuously in schools, what happens? Science exhibition, art exhibition, literary exhibition, social sciences exhibitions are conducted. So exhibits are experiences that is for your eyes. We can see all the things what are exhibited only, but some exhibits includes sensory experiences which could be related to direct purposeful. If the children are doing by themselves any models or articles in the exhibition, that will be different, but they are seeing means the senses of eyes is used here. Then meanings, ideas are presented to the learners in a more abstract manner. Just they will see through exhibits, that is some abstract manner. This experience allows students to see the meaning and relevance of things based on the different pictures and representations presented here. What are the meanings of the pictures? They will understand there. Now television and motion pictures and still pictures, recordings and radio. These combined two stages here. These two stages are combined here, that is television and motion pictures. They are related to one another. It implies values and messages through television and films. Some messages are given through films here. Then still pictures, recordings and radio are visual and auditory devices that can be used by a learner or group of learners that could enhance and extend learning experience. Through pictures, they will understand what should we do and what we should not do also sometimes. They are very informative. If scientific fictions or any literary or any experience wise, they are very important. They will have a great impact if they see all those things. Then visual, symbolic and verbal, again two stages are combined over here. These two levels are the most complex and abstract among all the components of the cone of experience. In the visual symbolic level, charts, maps, graphs and diagrams are used for abstract representation. Just abstraction. We will see no learning by doing here. By seeing they will understand. Then the verbal symbolic, that is level does not involve visual representation or clues to their meaning. Just they will see, for example, one word is given, they will see the word and the picture. That's all. Or the text is written in this symbolics. So Edgar Dale's cone of experience, the memory level, let's see, people generally remember learning activities, but people are able to, that is learning outcome. What is the learning outcome? Or students will be able to understand, students will be able to explain, students will be able to differentiate. That is learning outcome. Now what are the learning activities? Generally what they will remember here. So what happens in the cone? In the first topmost level, in the peak stage where abstraction is high, that define the list of describe and explain, where they will read and hear. If they read 10% what they read, they will remember. If they hear 20% what they hear. And then comes the next levels, that it is demonstrative or apply or practice. What happens when they view the images? 30% what they see they will remember in watching video or any picture or images. And then 50% what they see and hear both together, that is attending exhibits, sites, watch a demonstration, any practical is going on, if somebody is demonstrating something, they will remember 50%. Then comes the analyze, define, create and evaluate last stages, that is 70% what they say and write they will remember, that is participate in hands-on workshops or design collaborative lessons, they will remember 70%. And lastly, the last two stages, 90% of what they do, learning by doing, they will understand, that is simulation or model of experience, experiencing a lesson or design or perform or a presentation, do the real thing, then they will remember 90% of it. So this is all about Edgar Dale's cone of experience. Let's conclude this topic. After going through the different components of the cone of experience, it could be said that in facilitating learning, we can use variety of materials and medium in order to maximize the learning experience. One medium is not enough. Thus, if we can take advantage of other media, that will be very helpful. All the time, the teachers should have excellent strategies before entering into the classroom. We have n number of technologies available here. So we should make the learners get attracted towards learning, not giving them the burden of understanding the concept. They should learn things with their experience also. There are so many mediums to make this happen. Through the levels provided by the cone of experience, it could be said that concrete experiences must be provided first in order to support abstract learning. First they should be and they should do things, and then they will go to the abstractness. Then staying on the concrete experiences is not even ideal, because through providing abstract experiences to the learner, the more he or she will develop his or her higher order thinking skills, which is important for more complex way of thinking and for dealing with more complex life situations. So they should not just stick on concrete experiences, because it will not provide more abstract experiences. Both should be handled together, so that in life whatever situation occurs, they will be able to handle it properly without panic. Through understanding each component of the cone of experience, it could be said that educational technology is not limited to the modern gadgets that we have right now, but rather it is a broad concept that includes all the media that we can use to attain balance as we facilitate effective and meaningful learning. So this is very, very important. All the components, if we understand the cone of experience, we will use the technology very well, which will be a meaningful learning for the learners. So we come to the end of this session. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. Happy learning.